Because of the height of the formerly known as Kingdom Tower, sorry, tell me the name of it now again?
Jeddah Tower.
The Jeddah Tower.
Yeah.
So because of the height and prominence of the Jeddah Tower, formerly known as the Kingdom Tower, a lot of people probably don't realize it's also part of a larger program. So tell me about what else is going on besides the tower that catches so much attention.
Okay, the Jeddah Tower is the anchor and the icon in Jeddah Economic City, which is a 5.3 million square meter plot of land, around 55 million square feet, and with 12 million square meter of mixed-use development coming up, which it's around 140 million square feet of construction of mixed-use construction. And phase one is 1.5 million square meter of land with 3.5 million square meter of development. So it's around 50 million square feet of mixed-use development. So Jeddah Tower is the anchor of the city, and around it we have a full-fledged city with all of the components, from residential to to offices, hotels, leisure, entertainment, retail, government offices, and amenities, social amenities.
Why anchor a city with a mega tall building like the Jeddah Tower?
Well, this is a project to the size of the kingdom, to the greatness of the kingdom, Saudi Arabia. This kingdom is the strongest economy in the Middle East, and it is the people are very proud people, and doing a project like this was the brainchild of His Royal Highness, is the brainchild of His Royal Highness Prince Alwid bin Talal, okay, who thought at the time that by giving the city of Jeddah a landmark building and a landmark project, which is the Jeddah Economic City, will reposition the city of Jeddah on the international scene of modern regional cities such as downtown Dubai, Solidaire, downtown Beirut, and now recently Abdali and Amman. So Jeddah will be talked of and highly seen around the world as a new upcoming city.
To put Jeddah on the map, I guess, essentially.
Exactly. To put it, as a modern regional, as a modern city, yes.
And it's also, that project has also attracted a lot of international investment, even though it's rooted in Saudi investment in the first place.
The project, the city, Jeddah Economic Company, the owner of Jeddah Developer, Jeddah Economic City, and Jeddah Tower, is a private endeavor. It is. We have four groups of very well established, very well known mega investors from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, headed by His Royal Highness the King Alwid bin Talal, who is our chairman, and Kingdom Holding, his company. And this group have funded so far our company, which has a capital of 8.4 billion riyal, which has been transferred into a real estate fund, a REIF, real estate, which is governed by the central bank, the Capital Market Authority, the CMA. And this REIF could be open any time to investment when the owners decide to sell. But today we are creating the value, and it's not time to.
So it has not attracted much international.
It has attracted, of course, it has attracted. But now we're starting. We just secured the finance last year. Right. We raised 3.6 billion riyals, around $1 billion, to build the tower and to build infrastructure and selected projects. So now it's happening, and I think you have to mature it, and then you can decide if you want what you want to do with it, because eventually once we finish the master plan, the infrastructure of phase one, okay, we are going to start hopefully early 2017, start selling plots of land for development by third-party real estate developer or investors, and then you will ask me the question, tell me how is the interest in the project. Now, speaking, there's plenty of interest. Many people are looking at project, because we have invited around 15 local and regional international architects to design a number of plots of land with different land uses. And we're talking to a number of groups who, some of them would like to move their head offices from elsewhere in Jeddah to Jeddah Economic City. Other groups are interested in doing hotels. Some are interested participating in our mega shopping mall, which is the largest in the Saudi Arabia and maybe the largest in the Middle East today, which we just completed the competition, and we completed the concept design. With a large water body, You know, the mall is designed by Varotte Peace, the French architect. The water body is being designed now by Artikel and Callison under the Arcadis group.
What sort of, you mentioned infrastructure, what kinds of infrastructure are most important for this new planned area?
We are going a full-fledged infrastructure. It's an urban infrastructure. So we're going to have all the networks that you can think of, all the networks of water, electricity, district cooling, possibly gas, solid waste collection, low voltage, high voltage, you know, the whole drill. And we are aiming at developing a smart city. So we have selected a number of smart city components that will be fitted within the infrastructure and superstructure.
Like what?
Well, primarily to manage security. So it will be a high security zone with cameras, sensors, things like that. Second, we're going to have an intelligent traffic system. So depending on the time and the traffic will be managed. We're going to have an intelligent and environmentally friendly, sustainable lighting system. You know, we're going to have lots of sensors to monitor pollution, to monitor the health of equipment and the whole. So we have a menu. Okay, it's a full discussion, but we're going smart city, internet.
How has the low price of oil affected the outlook of development in Jeddah?
Look, Jeddah is the least impacted by the decrease in price of oil, because the local economy in Jeddah, historically and today and the future, is the least reliant on oil.
Within Saudi Arabia?
Within Saudi Arabia, okay, as compared to other cities. You know, Jeddah primarily is the gateway to Islam. And it's gateway to Umrah and Hajj, which is the traditional pilgrimage of every Muslim in the world. So the city receives 6 million pilgrims a year, which is going to grow under the Vision 2030, which is the new revamping of the socio-economic policies of the country, into 30 million pilgrims a year. So this will bring more people, but it relies on the pilgrimage. It relies, second, is the prime tourism destination in the kingdom. You know, all Saudis in different areas, they love to come to Jeddah for weekend, for vacation, for summer vacation. They spend time. So off official days, Jeddah is a crowded place with tourists. And now the government is capitalizing on this. They're building an airport for 85 million passengers, 35 next year. They're building metro lines, they're building all the public transport. There are tens of new hotels opening up in the coming this year, next year, and the year after in Jeddah. So the stock of hotels is being regenerated, and they have many leisure tourism destinations that are opening up around the city. Jeddah is the first business destination hub in the kingdom, like Dubai to Abu Dhabi. All businessmen come to Jeddah for business. And it is the second industrial zone in the kingdom. For all of these reasons, it is shielded to a certain extent from the price of oil.
So the economy is more diversified.
Yes.
When it comes to design and planning of the city and of all these new buildings and all this new infrastructure that you just alluded to, I wonder what sort of vision you have at the Jeddah Economic Company of how that should look, because we've got a lot of investment and it could possibly look like any place in the world. But how do you keep it looking like Jeddah? Is that a concern?
It is not a concern. You know, Jeddah is a city like city of Los Angeles. It's flat. You know, most of the buildings are not tall buildings. So there are few. There are more now coming up, but there are few high buildings in Jeddah. So therefore, what we're offering an urban environment. So it's a completely revamped, redo, new offering of things. Now, how do we preserve the spirit of Jeddah and the architect? Now we're offering Jeddah a city center, we're anchoring the growth of the city, which is going horizontally, also northbound. So it will improve the quality of life by offering this mixed-use development. Second, most of the architects, we're bringing local, regional, and international architects. They're from Adrian Smith, ranging to Paris, to the local architects to do design. And all of these people are sensible to the heritage of Jeddah. So you see lots of in the fabric of the skin of the towers and the design, sometimes even maybe modern, but you see the Jeddah spirit.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about the Jeddah Vision 2030 plan.
Actually, the Vision 2030 it's a nationwide vision that has been announced back in April by His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman, the second Crown Prince, and the objective of this is really to revamp the economy and of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to meet a vision which is 2030. So basically the vision has 8 pillars, and they want to reduce the reliance on oil. So the economy has to be less reliant on oil. They want to push the private sector to become the major player in the GDP in the economy. Today, 70% of the economy is GDP is generated by the government spending. Mm-hmm. They want to reverse this, mm-hmm. and they're taking steps to do that. They're cutting down subsidies, all types of subsidies. They are promoting leisure entertainment as a source of jobs and to keep the Saudis spending in the kingdom. Okay, and they are promoting tourism. Because tourism is a major source of income, major source of jobs, along with leisure of entertainment, because you don't need skilled labor, you don't need, anybody can take a job up to very skilled people. They would like to secure homes for everybody. There were other issue that does not relate to a project like ours is that they want to promote the defense industry to rely on import, to reduce the reliance on import. There are a number of other things that they're planning, such as they're doing the green card system, which is they will allow every Muslim or Arab living, who would like to own an apartment in Jeddah or in Riyadh or anywhere in the kingdom, to own an apartment, and he can get a residence permit, and to promote FDIs to a larger extent than what's happening today. Great. So these are the basic pillars of the Vision 2030. Okay.